give you guys some inside scoop on my personal life and really helping you guys understand what I uncovered so that way you can uncover this too to make s- more money than you've ever made, right? And I'm still on that journey. You guys have seen this teal wall behind me. There's still bigger, better, um, just next levels that I am in pursuit of as well, right? Next embodiments that I am in pursuit of. But there's still like steps and layers, and I'm enjoying the journey, right? And I want to actually help you guys understand that it's important to be on the journey, because if I did not do the journey thus far, or focus on the journey thus far, I wouldn't have been able to uncover what's keeping me stuck, right? So I made $45,000 in 1 month, in 30 days. And even me saying that out loud, like, it's still hard for me to like have it come out of my mouth, because and then I had to sit with myself and I said, okay, why is this so difficult to share that, right? And with me wanting to help other people make that amount of money, or do what I did or learn about what I did, I would tell people and they'd be like, "Oh, that's nice," or "That's cool," or "Maybe I'll try it," or I don't know if that would work for me because of X, Y, and Z," like all these things, right? And then I was like, why is it that other people will, have more success with people actually doing what these other individuals are doing to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, $1 million a month, whatever? And I'm like, well, I guess it's because they're actually saying it. Like they're saying, hey, I made $1 million in 1 year because of this. I made $1 million in 1 month because of this. Let me teach you, right? And so I had to sit with myself and say, okay, if I want to encourage other people to expand their mind or expand their, just like, kind of like take the cap off of the multiple possibilities and this endless possibilities that you could actually tap into because we have the internet, right? And so finally I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just talk about one of my bigger months. And now I'm still on a journey, right? I'm still up, I do this too, right? I'm still in the trenches of the entrepreneurial journey, but there's been some pretty awesome wins. There's been a lot of failures, a lot of lows, but there's been some pretty awesome wins. And so I'm like, okay, I need to just get comfortable with talking about money. And then I was like, well, why am I so like weary about it, right? And we see the horror stories. So number one, on a surface level, we see the horror stories of just money, right? Like um people scamming people, people boasting about money, people doing all kinds of things. And so that's on a surface level, just like seeing other people deal with money issues, money fears, money, people have lost their lives over money, like just all that, right? Then a deeper layer is I just don't want people knowing my business. Like, I'm like, should I really be telling people that? Like, why can't people just see that I've been online for over 5 years now, being very vulnerable, being very, open about my journey, oftentimes with zero makeup on, my hair in a bun right here, with the sports bra on, super wobbly camera, fuzzy camera, terrible audio on the way to work or on the way to the gym. And I'm like, people have seen that I've like put in the time and put in the effort. And then I'm like, I guess it's just human nature, human psychology. I want to do more of a deeper dive on it. But there's just something about like actually just being told straight up, like, hey, look, I made this amount. And then I had to put myself in the other person's shoes. Like, okay, well, I watch videos that say, I made $1 million in a month. I made $35,000 in a week. I made this. I have these clients, hello, everyone. And so I'm like, if I'm watching those, it's drawing me in. It might be because it's just straight up human psychology. So, and I always had told myself I didn't want to lead with money. Like I'd rather have people just trust me, and then once they actually see my courses or see my ebook and they're like, oh wow, this is actually really legit. And like they read there's reviews on my website, right? There's comments under all my videos, and you see, wow, she's been on the internet for a while. The people that have been in the Embody Pursuit tribe for a while are like commenting, and they're relatively positive. Okay, let me go ahead and take a chance and get one of her products. Okay, yeah, like this is pretty legit, right? So, but if you want to like get to the next level, like you have to do things you're uncomfortable doing. It just is what it is. So finally I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about, if I really want people to make more money, if I really want to help them, like let me just tell them straight up. Like I have made a couple big months, and for some people in some cities, I live in LA. So honestly, that was not life-changing money. And again, I have up and down months, right? So like, you know, hoping that this year will be the time where it's like the months are like that consistently. But I've done it a couple times where I'm like, okay, now I know what I did so I can teach it, right? And so I decided to start sharing some of the numbers. And you guys even see in some of my past videos, I'm like, I am not going to start telling you guys like how much money I'm making. And then I was like, maybe one day. And so now is that day. And so I want you to be able to do this. So let me actually dig into why I'm talking about what I'm talking about today. I had to dive even deeper. So we talked about the levels, right? The layers. So what I ended up doing was really sitting with it and being like, why am I want to be rich financially. I'm already rich and abundant in spirit and joy and all that, but I'd like it to also show in money. And I'm like, why do I feel crazy saying that? Like, why do I feel like my chest gets tight? I start like getting anxiety. Like, why is that? Why can't I say I would love to be rich? Like I'm going to be rich, or like why can't I say it? You know? And so I sat with it, journal, prayer, um, just kind of like continuing to just like sit on it, right? Asking God to give me clarity, like what is so deep in my subconscious where I can't like, I know something's there, I just don't know what it is, right? And I'm still on the journey, by the way, but there is some things that I have uncovered where I'm like, ooh, do I want to share that? That's like very personal and like very like deep. But again, I want to help you guys unlock some things, and hopefully you guys do the same process as well. So this is what I did mindset wise to make $45,000 in 1 month. Okay. So I sat with myself, like I said, I was like, I want to be rich, but I would only tell like my mom or like my siblings, or hello and welcome everybody, my mom or my siblings, or, you know, a best friend, something like that. But I couldn't like voice it out. Like it couldn't come out of my mouth, like in a public setting or a platform. And what I discovered is that, and by the way, definitely, I love the comments. It definitely like keeps me going. So if you guys have a comment to share or a question, I'll answer the questions at the end. But definitely, like this is a two-way conversation, right? So if I say something, go ahead and comment. That resonates with you, go ahead and comment about it. And there's a story I want to share. Growing up, I would see this particular family member, successful, owned two homes, at a young age, relatively in my opinion, on the younger side. Um, Pretty much came from very humble beginnings. Right, I'm not going to say just completely dirt poor, but like this particular family member's parents was in the projects, born in the projects, right? And so came from very humble beginnings. And this particular family member ended up just climbing the ladder, right? Climbing the corporate ladder. And I I feel you, Dale, and I'm going to comment on that in a second. So I was like, okay, this is really cool. It's a great example. But then I noticed something with this particular family member as they would continue to get more successful, like material wise, like you know, a home, owning a home, then owning a bigger home. it seemed like every time this particular family member would do better and get blessed because of dedication, prosperity folk or basically God see in my opinion, God seeing their grit, their grind, their determination. God blessed that effort, right? But it seemed every time a blessing would happen, it would like invite another family member that was doing bad to come in and like, oh, down bad, can I move in with you? Oh, can I sleep on the couch? Um, and then what happened is, and again, like I want to be very like delicate with this because family is family. At the end of the day, like what is the point of having a home or things like when you can't share it with people or at the end of the day, if your family member is going through something, you want to be there for them, right? But then it gets to this like diminishing returns where you can be there for someone, but then, or it can like not always on purpose, sometimes on purpose, but not always on purpose, start to transition into the like using, like I'm going to take advantage and use because this person always has it together. This person always is pretty foundational. Like they always have a job. They're always getting a consistent, good paycheck. They always have resources, right? And so I noticed that this family member would always like get to the point of like having more resources, like right when it seemed like more resources would come into their world, their life, like it would be like another set of family members, right? So I saw this and I'm like, well, is that what life's about? Like as you get more things, you have to give it away or you have to be available. And I just didn't know, growing up seeing that, I just didn't know how to wrap my head around that, right? And ooh, that's a good one, Lisa. You don't want to enable or be an enabler to enable I can't read. You don't want to be an enabler to that person. Exactly. And that's exactly what was happening, Lisa. Like literally, I would see this family member enabling everybody, but at the time I didn't have like I was young and I didn't have like the vocabulary. But it was like because this family member was like had it so much together and because we're family, we're supposed to be there for each other, right? Like the resources would go to the family members that didn't have it together. And not to say that they went on to have it together, but just going through like a down season. And so I held on to that. Like in my mind, in my brain, I didn't know this, but like back deep in my subconscious, I was like, well, if I just kind of like keep making enough just to take care of Ciana, people will know that and they won't try to like deplete my resources because I'm just like them. Like we're both figuring it out. So like they know, okay, well, if I need to like tap into resources and I feel like I can't create any more resources, I'm not going to go to Ciana. I'm going to go to another family member that has more. And that has capped me, right? Because in the back of my mind, it's like, if I start to make more money, like where I'm really starting to make more money, like if I become a millionaire, does that mean I have to then like give it all to like family members like that, like can't figure it out? And again, all my family members are like, they're great. They're amazing people. They have it together. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, doing better in life equals you have to deplete your resources. Now, it's one thing when you really are transforming someone's life. Like if you really are helping another family member out and you're like, okay, you just got this job. Your car just broke down. I'm going to buy you a new car. You're going to be able to go to work. You're going to be able to get a raise and your life is going to continue to, grow from there. Right. That's one thing. I want to do stuff like that. Like I want to be able to buy someone a car. I want to be able to buy someone a house. I want to give on that level. But then at the same time, I want to give from like a really like healthy place. I don't want to give because it's like, well, I'm doing better in life. So because you're struggling and you just like can't figure it out, like I just have like it's just I have to deplete my resources that I've worked hard for, blood, sweat, tears, like consistency, grit. like failing over and over. And then it's like, I just give the chunk and just give it away. And then it's almost like everyone just hurries up and takes it until like there's nothing left in the basket. And then it's like, okay. And then they're still not like they haven't improved, right? Like they haven't gotten more educated to like get themselves out of something, right? And again, like I said, my family members during this season of our whole family's life, everyone has it together. You know what I'm saying? But like 25 years ago, growing up, it's like I would see this family member be the hub, be the rock. And then like no one would really see that the rock, this family member was literally like getting very sick because they would neglect their health, neglect their needs, their well-being, right? Because they happen to be the strongest and they were able to have a solid foundation. um it was like their blessing was also a curse. It's kind of hard to explain. I hope you guys understand what I mean. Let me see what you guys are saying really quick. So Dale says, I don't tell anyone anymore, just hustling in silent. Exactly. And I had to work around a money block with that too, which I'll actually get to that. But I feel you, Dale. I feel you. I'm on the wire on that one. Wait, I'm on the wire with that one. I'm torn, but help people who want to help themselves. Lisa has a great point. Um, is it good to give homeless guy money, or will you find it? See, now the homeless thing, I feel like I want part of why I want money is to be able to do things like that where you just give purely. And because I live in LA, there's so many people that I run into that are homeless. And if God puts it on my heart to like give them some money, perfect. If God doesn't put it on my heart, I will say, God bless you. And I will keep walking. Now, those people you'll see for that 1 second of your life, and then you move on, right? I almost feel like it's more difficult to figure out like when do you give to the closest people in your life that are really struggling? Are you going to give to them to then help them really get off their feet, or do you give to them just to be giving and then they deplete that resource? Like let's just say you give them $1,000 and then they eat up, do whatever with $1,000, and then they're back at zero. So it's like there's something in them where they're not able to figure out how to have the discipline to like find a job or turn that 1,000 into 2,000 and turn the 2,000 into 3,000. Like it's almost like, should you buy them a course or buy them or like help them figure out, like buy them a coach to help them get their life organized? Like it's like there's levels to, is this person really genuinely needing help to where they're like, if this one thing was just, if I just had a car, everything, I could just figure everything else out. Or if I just had, an extra $500 a month for 3 months straight, so I can just don't have to worry about food and groceries. And then I can just keep like, you know, saving up, and then I can like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's different, there's a purpose behind the money, right? So I didn't see that growing up. I just saw take, 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 take. Like it was like, okay, well, you're the family member that has it the most together. So, and because we're family, you should already know I'm going to just take the resource. And I never, and you, of course, me being a kid, I would see the frustration, the sadness, like the stress. But then I also didn't see any boundaries. So in my mind, I just made it equal. Like, okay, if you get more money, more resources, a bigger house, a nicer car, you have to share it, and then everyone is allowed to run it down. And I didn't know that. Like in my mind, I really had to sit with myself, and I'm like, I literally had you guys, this is crazy. I literally had a money limitation in my mind where I was like, man, if I start really making like some really like life-changing money, like I just imagine like this one family member like living with me in the future. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I like, what? That scenario doesn't even exist yet. Like I'm already getting anxiety about a scenario that literally doesn't exist. Like there's no signs of it existing. Like it just comes from like pre-programmed events. So my brain is already creating all these potential scenarios, and it's already preparing me for all these like hundreds of different potential outcomes. So I'm like, whoa, this is an issue. Like this is something wild. So let me just see what you guys are saying. Dale says, indeed, I bless the homeless people all the time, using homeless people as a metaphor. Okay. People who don't do that, people who do that, scammers, must doing something illegal. I've been there. Yes, I am in LA. Giving it not always money, but it could mean showing that family member. Exactly. And that's why I was like, it's almost like a passing of the baton, right? So like most of us on here are Black, African American, and have had our ancestors in chains, right? As slaves. And then we got over that, and then had to like figure out how to like live post slavery time. And then, you know, talking about my family, it's like my Black side, it's like then living in the projects, and then from the projects it was like living in like a nicer apartment, and then from the nicer apartment it was like a small home, and then so you know each generation was able to kind of like up level like from the next one. And so I just told myself, I'm like, okay, I have the baton now. So like just because certain behaviors were practiced, it doesn't mean I have to practice it, because I live in the information era, the internet era, the AI era, the cell phone era. So I get to now make new rules. You know, I get to create new patterns, new boundaries. So when I just like sat with that, I noticed that like I felt like God was like, okay, now she can handle like a little bit more. Do you see what I'm saying? Like she's not gonna fumble. She's not gonna like get funds and feel like she has to give it away, or feel like she has to like get depleted. She actually, you know, she actually has the financial education now to like be smart with that money, and you know all that, right? And so, um, by the way, it's like I'm debt free, right? Now, if I was in my 20s, I would not have been able to make a $45,000 month and be smart with it. Like I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. And so even that, like, you know, me getting like starting to kind of tap into like those kind of numbers, I had to be older. You know, not some people don't. Some 19-year-olds and little early 20, you know, early 20s, they can handle their consciousness, like they can handle it. Like I wouldn't have been able to do it. So even now in my spirit, just like being more focused, more settled, more healed, right? Like living a life of healing, I can handle that. So now I just want to ask, like, what could be some of your money blocks, right? Lisa says, giving it not always money, but, or I read that one. Dale says, I let my sis and nephew move in with me, but they won't contribute, do dishes, yard work, taking out trash, cleaning, etc. When should I stop though? Okay, this is a really good question. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And you're diving into like the nitty gritty, because see, this is the thing. It's like, not only do family members, like they see that one family member has it together, and then they're like, well, we're family, so boom. And then you love them. You want to help. Like you genuinely are like, yeah, like not even a question. Come on in, right? But then it's like, because they didn't earn it, they just earned it by right of DNA, right? There's no how do I word this? Like, because they didn't work for it, earn it, invest time and money into this relationship, you guys were born brother and sister. You know? So it's like you're taken for granted, right? And nothing, again, it's not conscious. Like they're not doing this consciously. It's back in the back of the mind. Now, if it was a coworker, right? A coworker relationship is like, okay, well, I've been working with this person. We've done a lot of projects together at work. We built up a relationship. I'm down bad right now. My coworker, because we built up a relationship, is letting me stay with them for 3 months. I'm going to make sure that I am on point during that 3 months. I'm going to make sure I clean, I cook, I wipe up after myself, da 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 da. Because of it's removed, right? It's like you put in time and effort. When it's a family member, you're just automatically like, there's no investment. You just were born with the same blood, same parents, right? So that's what I mean. It's like I had like a now when it comes to like residents, old coworkers, um really far removed, friends or whatever, I don't have a problem putting up a boundary. But like family, I will lose sleep over, I will wake up at 2:30 a.m. and drive 3 hours to like da 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 da. I put my life on hold for 5 years for my grandma. Like I don't mess around when it comes to my family, but it does again, you start to go into the diminishing returns of like then you as the person that's supposed to be growing, getting better, elevating your own life. It's like you just can't even, it's like you're drowning in giving, and you can't ever get level ground, and you're always getting depleted. And so because of that, I was like, I'm scared to make more money. Like I think I'm in my mind, I was like, I'm going to just be just above doing well to like make sure no one like knows they can like suck up my resources, because I will give them away. Like I will give my resources away. And I kind of like want to like just build like do generate, break generational curses, like just not always be kind of like in like the lower middle class, hovering right above poor bracket. Like I just don't want to I got to be the one to, well actually my mom was the one to like really pop. You know what's interesting? It was really my grandfather and my grandma like kind of kept hovering in that realm. My grandfather was an artist, and he was in a music group and got put up for nominated for a Grammy. And during that era, that kind of golden era of his life, he was able to like take my mom and my aunt and my uncle, which is his kids, um out of the hood. And then it was like, fell on bad times. And then same thing like with the next lineage, it was like kind of like always, doing really well, and then like hovering, getting out of poverty, and then like kind of like dipping back into it, and then like going to upper middle class and then dipping back. It was just kind of like this thing. And so now it's my generation, right? And so I'm like, I just want to like get out of that. But then I'm always like, well, I think that there's, unfortunately, it's like there's family members that get it, and they can like just hold their own and like figure it out and have things solid, financially in their life. But then there's like the other family members that can't. They like go to that one and deplete. And again, there's nothing, it's like I think I'm still working through it. It's like that's what family's about, but then it gets to a point where like, well, don't you love me? Like, don't, I'm a family member too. Like, don't you see me like now getting depleted because like I'm taking up the grunt now? So, um, hello, everyday muscle. Okay, so Dale says, I love your ideology. The world needs more people like you. I appreciate that. Everyone that's coming in, welcome, welcome. What a doll. What's that quote? Put your oxygen mask on. Exactly. First before you help others. Exactly. And the thing is, it's like when I'm talking about this money block with family members, it's like the oxygen mask would go on, but then it was like instead of like keeping this one on and then taking the next one and putting it on the family member, it's like it would be like and then giving it to over, and then taking it and then giving it over, right? It wouldn't be like a let me put mine on and then help you. It was just like and then there's only so much oxygen, right? So then now there's only there, let's just say it gets depleted down to zero, and now we're both just like fried. You know what I mean? As opposed to I'm going to put my oxygen mask on, and then I'm going to help you learn how to hold your oxygen too. instead of you taking mine. And so I had to just like get around that. And so I feel like when I started seeing bigger numbers like coming in from different multiple portals, multiple streams of income that I open, I was like, I think there's a subconscious thing because I'm just as, you know, everyone has their specialty, right? And you see people on the internet and they talk about doing really well and making a lot of money and doing all these things. And I would look at other people and I would be why isn't it like kicking over to the next gear? Why am I like not in the next dimension yet? Like I put in this time and I'm like, there's something, like there's just something and I cannot figure it. Like it's not like a physical thing around me because I'm disciplined. I get up early. And I'm like, I'm not married. I'm not married. I don't have any children. I have more time. The average person that's my age, like I have way more time. I don't have as many like responsibilities with like young children or a spouse. So I'm like, what is the deal? Like there's just something off. Like, and so when I finally just kept journaling, like figuring it out, kind of like just pulling out anything that I could think of. And then one day it clicked. I just casually was like, oh man, if I start making more money, that person probably is going to want to live with me in the future. And I was like, wait a minute. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. And that doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. So what are the money blocks that you could be going through when it comes to wanting to make more funds? And the reason why I'm pushing online is because you have access to the entire planet. You do. And it's really crazy to really wrap our mind around that. But I think because I'm on live so much and I talk to people from different parts of the planet, even though right now there's 18 people on, it's like most of us we're not in the same state. Is there anyone that's outside of the United States on here right now? Anyone that's outside of the United States right now? And so I think like the consistency of me being online is what keeps me being able to hold the like kind of like a container, or like I can hold the weight of like, okay, why am I limiting myself when I actually do have the ability to like not just sell at a brick and mortar in my one small city, I can actually sell something to the planet. All right. 45,000. And I made that with multiple streams. So there was one big, like a lot of it came from one portal, but you're in South Africa. Wow, Dale, you're in South Africa? I did not know that. This whole time Dale's been on, or maybe you probably said it once, but there's just so many people that pop in and out. But wow. Can someone catch a gator up to speed for me? That I would love it. Am I in Nigeria? No, I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in California. Okay, so that's why I am so passionate about people making more money. And then when when I get resistance from people when I talk about it, I'm like, I get it, because I'm still and you guys, that's just one huge money block. That's just one huge money block, okay? There's several money blocks that I'm trying to get over still. Like I'm still journaling and like figuring out and getting with God and just kind of like letting it bubble up to the surface so I can like let it pass through my consciousness, right? And so because the thing is like sometimes we don't really understand what we're doing, but we don't really realize how powerful the subconscious mind is. Like it's sitting in there deep. It's like, imagine like a storage unit and it's like in a tiny box way in the back, and it's kind of like blended into something where you never really see it, and you're like looking for this thing but you never really see it. It's way in the back. And then even still, like it could be right in front of you and you just for some reason you don't see it because it's like the same color as something else. So you never really actually are able to grab it and do what you need to do with it because you keep passing over it. Okay? True, true, Lisa. I need to actually, I'm gonna make you a moderator, Lisa, if that's okay. Um, so, and I trust you. So just, I trust you. I'm not like super, I mean, I let people say their opinion, but I kind of have like a no tolerance policy over here. If there's anything rude, if you wouldn't say it to someone in person, like I just don't get down like that. So, okay. Boom. All right. So I appreciate it, Lisa, too. And no pressure either. Like I want you to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. And so if you like, you don't have to like really like, okay, let me make sure because we're enjoying. This is a like a town hall. Like we're here trying to figure out life together. Okay. So I don't want you to feel like I'm putting you to work, but yeah, like there's a lot of things, and the thing is sometimes we don't, because we don't know what the block is, we just kind of like don't sit with it for a while, like, and what I mean by that is sometimes you got to sit with something, and then one day, like 2 weeks later, 4 weeks later, 3 months later, it'll just be like bing, that's what it was like. And when I say sit with something, it's like oh, I appreciate it, Lisa. So when I say sitting with something, like again, this money block, I'm like, why aren't I tapping into those kind of numbers? Like I'm just as smart, I'm just as capable, I'm just as disciplined. Yeah, maybe they have that resource that I don't have. Okay, that's fine. But I also have this over them. Like so I'm like, okay, there's something off here. And then one day I just said it so it just like popped out of my mouth. And I was like, that's what it is. And I had been really trying to figure that out for like a few years. And then I really was honed in on trying to figure it out for like 3 months. And then it just like popped up. And when I say that, I just like literally like writing it out in a journal entry. So there's more. I'll tell you the story of more in the future, more of my money blocks that I'm currently working through. And I think once I process those ones, I'll share. But in regard to like the course that I have, it's a money block healer. Like there's literally people that are like, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, okay, well then just do it. Like there's a course. And they're like, I know, but, and now if people are not interested in it, that's something different. Right? But I watch your videos so much, I can tell your mood by your vocal patterns. What's my mood right now? What's my mood right now? I know Lisa does look good in blue. I was like, when I changed, I was like, oh, she's blue. So, but for the people that have said like, yeah, I really want to do that, I'll get to it. And I'm just like, what is it? Like, what's the block? And it could be that you just don't feel like, and this is another one. Okay. This is one I feel like people have, like a lot of people have, and they don't want to admit it. And I didn't want to admit it for a while either, but now I'm just like, I kind of am getting to more layers of authenticity and talking about more embarrassing things. So no tolerance mood, exactly. That's permanent. That's a permanent, whether I'm super happy and excited or I'm just like down, that's always there too. No tolerance. But so like when you're on the internet and you have a digital product, obviously I was annoyed earlier. I could see why you say that. There was a couple bouts of, seeing the comments, but not necessarily annoyed, but yeah, it like caught my attention. Like, okay, let me get back on track. Sometimes I'm like, I need to turn the comments off, but then I like seeing the comments, so I'm just gonna take the good with the bad. But when you have a digital product, obviously it's digital. Okay, so it's gonna require you to use the digital platform, which is like social media, which is going to require you to put yourself out there, which is going to require you to feel vulnerable, which is going to require you to like be opened up to people's opinions, scrutiny, trolls, and even from people that, this is a big one for me, people that actually know you in real life, where they see you trying. Like they see you like, oh, really? Like, is she trying to be like an influencer? Oh, she's trying to like make money online, or is she trying to sell something now? Oh my God, that she looks ridiculous trying to sell something. Like those kind of thoughts. And it's like that's why people don't, some people are like, I wish I could do it, but I just don't want to. Or they're like, oh, I really have great ideas, but I just don't want to put myself out there. It's because of like that the vulnerability that does come with it. Now, I will say, since I've done this, I don't care. Like, now that I see that I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, after having really disgusting, rude, mean, horrible things that have, been said to me, I've had 10 times more positive things. People saying I've helped them, people saying they feel like they can resonate with me, people just whatever nice compliment um I've gotten, it like trumps all the other ones. And then all the other ones I'm just like, well, they're kind of funny, like let me just turn them into jokes, right? And so now, and then with the people that I was kind of worried about, like, oh yeah, they're seeing me really try on the internet. Because this is the thing, there's some people I've seen that are in my life that have made fun of people on the internet, like influencers or people trying to sell things or people trying to build a brand, build a business online. I've seen people in my real life make fun of people online. And so I didn't realize that it was like a block. I'm like, okay, well, can I be online, but then not have real people know me? Like, you guys are real people. You guys know what I mean? Like, people that I physically know that are in my, old coworkers, people I went to college with, like, you know what I'm saying? They're just jealous because they're not making money. That's true too. It manifests in that's really the underlying, like they see you leveling up, they see you like going for it, they see you diving into your dreams, they see you like being creative, they see all these things that people wish they could do, you're actually doing it. And so, yeah, that's so true, Lisa. So I was like, can I like, be on the internet, which is public, but somehow like not have some of the people I don't want to see? And then I had to sit and journal with that too. And you guys, literally, I'm not kidding. I have paper like this and a pen in a couple places, like in the living room, in my bedroom, and there is like a small pad, a notepad in the drawer of my kitchen. So I will like see these scribbles. I'm not going to like show it up close, but see these scribbles, see how like it's just like chicken scratch. This is me getting something out. Like I'll sit, like if something is just off or like it feels icky, I'll literally just like write it out real quick. And I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on, let me sit with that for a second. Like why, I'll be like, why do I want to meet new people, like connect with people on the internet, but too nervous to like show my trueness, like show my journey to people, some people, not all, because some people rock with me and like love it, but like the select people, some select people, I'm like, I'm literally tiptoeing around my potential because like there's like 3 people I don't want to see my content. Does that make sense? Like anyone on here that's content creators like go through that? Dale says you leveling up makes them self-reflect. Exactly. They say just your very presence is like messing with their demons. It's like it's because you're working through your stuff. It's like the stuff that they need to work on is getting kicked up under the dirt. Like, okay, wow, they're leveling up over there. I really wish I could do it, but instead of like just doing it with them and partnering with them, I'm just gonna like make fun of them and um belittle what they're doing, right? So now I had to sit with that. So this is like, so remember how I said there's times where I journal and um I don't put it in a pretty journal. It's literally like just scrap paper. And then I'm going to throw this away. This is not something I need to go back and reread and all that. Like sometimes I just need to get out of thought and then just like be really quick about it. And what I've found is that because I'm ripping it up and throwing it away, it makes me feel safe, you know, because like sometimes like it'll be something really, really like deep and personal that I don't really care for it to be in a journal. It's just like, it's just kind of like, it's almost like, you know what it is? It's like I'm writing to God instead of like talking to God or like talking to God in my head. It's like I'm writing a note to God. Like I'm sitting in a therapy session with God, and then God has a contract of like an NDA. Like God's not going to say anything, right? So that's kind of like why I like the scrap paper method, because it's like I'm writing to God, and then as I write it out, when you read it back and you're like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous, right? So now I had another breakthrough. This is where also why I started making bigger numbers with online measures, because I just started showing up and being like, I don't care if this lands right in front of the human being that hates YouTubers. Because there's actually a couple people in my life that literally are annoyed and disgusted with like social media people. And I also think that that's like another internal I'm learning that when people are really triggered and disgusted on like a abnormal level, like it's one thing to be annoyed or like, oh, that's silly, but really to be like really deeply agitated or disgusted, there's something deeper there. It's like it's triggering something in them where secretly they wish they could do it. It's almost like the opposite. Kind of like, I know this is a really, just because it's trending and you can't open up your phone without seeing it. Kind of like the Diddy situation where like all this stuff is coming out about what he was doing behind closed doors. But then he had all these nonprofits that were like the opposite, like advocating against the opposite of what he's doing behind closed doors. It was almost like he's telling on himself. It's kind of like that. Like when you're so anti, like people just need to get a job, people just need to do this is ridiculous. It's almost like it's revealing that like deep down behind closed doors, like you wish that you could be doing that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, where I'm going with that? I feel like it's, instead of it being something where it's like, it triggers you to want to just do it and go for it, it makes you like be like the leader of the anti of that. Point of view, people project their limitations onto you. Thanks for inspiring. That resonates. My old ceiling is now my floor. Exactly. That's exactly why I titled this community Embody Pursuit. You're always in pursuit of embodying that next top level, because we don't want to just like become our best self and then that's it. There is no best. I mean, you're always your best self until you get to your next best self. So that's why I'm like, it's always a pursuit. Like it caps out when your body is in a coffin. Right? So it's like we're always breaking through new ceilings. That's exactly why we never want to, when you start to really like get old, in my opinion, is when you stop breaking through ceilings. Like you have no reason. There's people that there was something I was watching where a 100-year-old literally is like a teacher, because like they're breaking new ceilings. Like they're always trying to figure out how to like teach better. How can I teach the younger generation like this one thing that went wrong in my life better? It's like they're always trying to, they're like, I want to make my garden the best it's ever been. Like there's always like something, like a new goal that they want to achieve. And when you stop having those, I think is when you start to atrophy, and then you're on out of here, right? Mentally. So I really had to work through that. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to, okay, this is This is another one that I'm going to say right now. And whatever, this is just the truth. On TikTok, you know how like, and it does this on Instagram too, but on TikTok, if you go into your TikTok, it'll show people you may know, right? People you may want to connect with. So I'll see the people and I'll be like, man, I hope they didn't see my page. And I'm like, I got to journal about that. I got to talk to God about that. Like, why do I not want these? How am I going to be comfortable growing on the internet if there's like certain pockets of people that I don't want them to see my stuff? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Like that I'm not going to be able to cherry pick unless I block it's just ridiculous, right? So at this point now I'm like full throttle. I'm like, take me or leave me. Like, make fun of me and don't talk to me. Like, I'm just going to be more, I'm more in black and white. Like, I'm not like approaching this like gray anymore. So that's another level where when I started making more funds, I was being more vulnerable. And then it's so weird. Sometimes I would be vulnerable on these lives with you guys and be thinking in the back of my mind about, man, if this other person sees this, they're going to be like, say this. And I'm like, no, who cares? They are going to probably say that, but who cares? Lisa says, my mom found my YouTube channel and I was Exactly. Because they see you trying, they see you like have this like persona, you're connecting with people online. You have like maybe you might have a certain voice, but you're very like, I could tell you're like the same offline and online. I could tell like you're a very comfortable, very, very inviting, welcoming, warm speaker. But like, yeah, I feel you. Like there's people now, it's interesting because there's been some people that I love that they found my page. Like my uncle found my page and he was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, people need to see this. Like I've been seeing you, helping people and giving the best advice in person for so many years. Like, I'm so happy so like some family members, like some people, I'm like, yeah, because I know that they're going to validate me. But then there's other people where I'm like, I know you're going to kind of tear me down a little bit, but that's where you grow. That's where you grow. Dale says, I like that garden theory and plant seeds, but don't water and tend to. Exactly. Ash says, you inspire me. I appreciate it. You guys inspire me. If you guys keep showing up here, I'm going to keep showing up. Lisa says, oh, I be down to earth on my channel. Same way. Exactly. My clients say, that all the time. Yep. And that's why I love live streaming. I just feel like I really, and you know who said this? And well, whatever. I said it first on the internet, not on the whole internet, but I said it before who I'm going to tell you said it in a second. So you guys know Diary of a CEO. Love that. That's like in my top 10 podcasts that I love. Steven, the main host, said this on a podcast couple days ago and was like, the new currency will be like just being yourself. Like showing that you make mistakes because there's so much AI out there that's like showing everything's perfect, everything's curated, everything's scripted, everything's, and you guys know I've been on that for a long time now, right? But he said it on like in this AI conversation, and I'm like, it's this live streaming is a secret sauce. And I saw this other content creator expert where they're like, there's different levels of building a relationship with your community. So like the first level is obviously posting, right? So like you post like a quote. Say you have a quote page. Like, these huge quote pages, you don't know who they are. You don't even know if they're human at this point, but they have like really amazing quotes and like the whole page is just quotes. And like the name is like high-end divinity. You know what I mean? Like it's not even like a human name. And so, okay, that's like you're attached to the page or you're attached to like the value that you're getting, but you're not really like, you don't know who the person is. So then you post a picture, right, with a caption. Okay, now people can see, okay, this is a human. I think this is a human. Okay, it doesn't look AI generated. They're saying a caption. Okay, cool. Then you start to do video where you're like doing little clips. Maybe you're not speaking in it, right? You're just doing like a couple little video, might be able to see your hand or your face for a little bit, and a caption. Then is a video where you're talking. Now you're talking, you're saying your opinion, people can see you. They still don't know you, right? Like there's still like a barrier there. You can technically slide in their DM or do a comment, but they don't know you, right? So your videos can be very curated. They could be all the yawning, the stuttering, the coughing, the getting a weird phone call, somebody calling, and you guys, my brother on a live stream, I need to cut that part out. And actually I'm going to keep it there and show, because my brother still doesn't know this. No, he does know, but I haven't showed him the video. But my brother called me while I was on FaceTime on this phone, my iPhone 10. This one's the 15. This is the 10. He called me and I was like, what up? And I had the little tiny speaker microphone right here. So he called me and he's like, hey, I got, some news for you. And I was like, oh, hey guys, let me step away for a second. It didn't matter that I stepped away because my microphone was on. Like those things, now maybe you don't need to see those things, right? Like that's not a good look. But like the point is like the humanness of stuff, right? He was like, yeah, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. And when I came back to the live stream, everybody's like, Ciana, your microphone's on. And like, imagine if like he had said, something very bad, like a very personal, deep, dark, like, and he was on speaker. So I went into my room, closed the door. I still just had I was like, guys, be patient. Just stay on with me. I'll be back in like less than 30 minutes or less than 30 seconds. So I had my brother on speaker. I had the microphone on. So you can just hear the full conversation. I might as well just stay right in front of the live stream. So I came back and it was like, Ciana. Well, and then I also saw it was two combinations. It was, Ciana, your microphone's on. And then it also was, congratulations to your brother. And then other people were like, is she on the live? Is his girlfriend on the live stream right now? Like, because of course a proposal is going to be like a surprise. So anyways, so the content strategist was like, long story short, doing this is the best way. And then of course, like, going live with someone, right? Like and then in person, like if I had a podcast where I invited people right here next to me, and then that's that's the highest you can get, right? When you can physically like touch someone in person, like be able to give them a hug, give them a handshake, right? That's why I love live streaming. So if you want to start a channel, I really feel like there's going to be a craving, like such a deep, like yearning for just real. Like, I just want to see if you're real. I just want to see if you stutter. I just want to see if you like can come up with things at the drop of a hat. Like, I want to see you answer questions live. Like, I just want to see real. So, I had to get over that. And that's another thing too. I also had to get over, if I want to make more money online, I have to understand that there's going to be people that I know that don't know me as that Ciana. Because I've evolved, right? People know me. Some people know me as a district manager still to this day. I ran into someone at the gym and they knew me from years ago. And okay, when you're like a big boss, like a big boss, like a higher level, higher position boss in a company, and when you walk into the room, you can tell the employees are kind of getting nervous a little bit. This person had that. Like when she saw me, she was like, "Are you Ciana Singh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You used to be my district manager." And it was almost like the same energy of like, hey, what's going on? How's the store going? What are the numbers right now? Let me see what you got what are you working on? How have things improved? Okay, you don't know your numbers. What's going on with that? We got to know, they saw me as that person. I'm nowhere near that. Like, I'm nothing like that person from 10, 15 years ago. The district manager, Ciana. Some people know me as the professional dancer Ciana. They knew me as a Central Valley Coyote, right? Some people know me as, in college, I was a Hooters girl. So the people that would come in all the time and come in on their lunch break, or come in for happy hour, that's how they know me. So they know me as like the, hey, oh my God, like this is what we have for happy hour. And like just being super young and fresh faced and just super bright eyed and bushy tailed about life. Like that's, so, you know, people see you during different seasons in your life. Some people know me as like even being more sad, because there was seasons of my life where I was very, very depressed and it was showing on me. They saw it. So some people know me as that. So they might see me on a live and be like, Sauna's over here trying to sell products and help people and do all this stuff. You know, who does she think she is? She's like sad and depressed. Like, what is she trying to do? Or some people might see me and be like, I'm so happy for her. She's not sad and depressed anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, everyone's going to have a different lens. Like, everyone's going to have a different perspective. Even my nieces have found my live and come up with their saying, hey, auntie, I'd be so... Even my sister, you guys, when my sister comes on here, she'll be like, hey, sis. And I'm like, you know, because my sister is my sister, right? So she's seen all of it. Like, you know, she's my younger sister, but like, you know, she's seen me from the time I was 3.5 years old. So, you know, sometimes when I'm on here, it's like, but my sister is such a huge fan and support of mine. So I got lucky in that way. But like, you know, at first I was like, is she going to think I'm cheesy? Or she's seeing me not as like sister Ciana, she's seeing me as like content creator Ciana. So I think about stuff like that. Like I'll be like trying to go into my sister's eyeballs and like look back at myself. And it's like, why do we do that? Like, why am I doing that? Have to say goodnight. My meat needs rest. Okay. Wait, your meat sack? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me read that over again. Have to say goodnight. My meat sack needs rest. Oh, your body, like your body. Okay. Sorry. Much favor, Ciana. I worked 8 to 8. Woo. Okay. Gonna do that tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night. Thanks for tapping in. Sorry. Yeah, your vessel. Yeah. No, I just was like, maybe that's a South African thing, because I thought meat sack. I thought something else. Like straight up. You guys know I don't like do sexual jokes on this channel like that. But like I was like, I gotta rest my meat sack. Like, well, that's a lot of information. This is a very authentic live. Like, woo, okay. Yeah, it's like that. No, you're fine. That just might be a cultural thing. Like, you know, being in America, meat sack means something different. So, anyways, but have a good night. So, what's your money block? For the rest of you that are on here, what is your money block? What is holding you back? If you have the desire to make more money online, ooh, and shout out to Lisa, by the way, because the last live, either a live or 2 ago or 3 ago, talked about the TikTok shop. Lisa was not playing around. Immediately applied to be on the TikTok shop. Did you get approved? Did you get approved? I love that. I love that. Like, took action. Took action. So it's like, if you're somebody that's like, I really want to sell products. I really want to sell digital products. I want to sell coaching. I want to be a mentor. I want to do this. If you're not just doing it, what's the blockage? It could be money related. It could even be deeper than that. What up, Papa? It could be even deeper than that, right? And even with me making the course, I was like, why would anyone want to like buy that from me? Like, I literally even was like, still doubting myself. But I was like, no, I'm not. Ciana, get out of your own way. So there's always going to be more and more layers that I'm uncovering. Not yet. I wonder what's taking them so long. I uploaded my products, but nothing yet. You uploaded your products. Reach it, because it's been a few days now. Oh, maybe Memorial weekend. But if they don't, definitely make sure to reach out like this by like this Friday or something if you don't see anything, because it should be pretty decently quick. Um, and if you do, oh wait, but maybe they did, because there's like a in the notifications, it's kind of there's like a notification area that's different than like the normal DM. This was before, yeah, you're right. It was before. Yeah, reach out to them. Reach out to TikTok and just kind of say, ask them what the deal is, because it shouldn't have taken that long. I do know that people have been put on standby if it has to do with physical products, because like they have to make sure it's like, you know, um products that are like not like toxic and stuff like that. So I know that they have some kind of regulations that they have to go through. But yeah, I'm rooting for you on that. So if you want to open up the portal, and this is for anyone watching on the replay, you have a portal. So it's just up to you if you actually want to take the leap and get into the game. You guys, if we were born in a different time, because I know most of us are millennials on here, and maybe some older, like the first 3 years of Gen Z. And I know there's Generation X on here too. Like if millennials and Generation X were born now, we would all have digital product. Like everybody would have a website and a digital product. Just like everybody has a cell phone, just like everybody has a credit card, like a debit card, a bank account. It would be that normal. But I think like there's like a brain thing going on, like a reframing, like a limitation. And I had to get over it myself, because I'm like, well, I'm a millennial. Like even boxing myself into the millennial category. Like, okay, well, it's just for the young ones to be making millions of dollars online. Like I shouldn't be tapping into that. And it's like, no. Yeah, I have physical products. I did have to upload a lot of information. Okay, like your ingredients. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so hopefully, to be honest, I don't know, because my product was a digital product. It didn't take that long because I didn't have anything to like for them to review. So maybe that might be why. Maybe they're really doing a thorough investigation. That'll be interesting. So if anybody's interested, get down in the description. Okay. I'm also going to be coming out with a free, like, just so you guys can see what's in it, like like what I did. I'm just going to tell you guys what I did, and you could take that free information and go to town. Or if you want to actually learn how to implement it quickly, then you can, tap in with the course, but it'll still be, you'll have access to knowing what I did. But $45,000 in 1 month, a combination of different portals, right? TikTok, Amazon, my personal website, like all of that is it's a pretty good deal. Like, and I have the receipts for it. So there's that. Now, I do want to be honest at this point in the live. I want to be fair, because I know people are busy and have different interests and are kind of invested in the conversation thus far. Oh, really quick, by the way, this is what I've been sipping on. If you, especially for women, you got to tap in with your hormones. And so this tea, I really like. I'm going to show you guys really quick. This is my favorite way to have the chain broke off. But see this right here? This stainless steel. And it's loose tea. This is the best way to drink tea. Whether you like put it on a pot and have it steep all day. And then, let me see. Let me take a sip. That's good. I put this stuff that I got from Costco. You guys, I got to show you this stuff. It's honey mixed with ginger. Fire. You have one? It's the best way, because there's a lot of toxins. I mean, I still drink regular tea in the tea bags too, but there's just like a lot of toxins. So this is the hormonal tea, and there's just so much amazingness in it. And I really feel like for women especially, we're built differently than men. Duh, right? It's such a profound statement. We're built differently. But like, I don't, because society's kind of designed around humanity and not really designed around women, because it's both men, women, and children, right? So women really have to like band together and teach each other how to like handle our vessels. And so I feel like I've been able to stay in a position to like keep my cortisol relatively low, keep my stress management under control, during different cycles of the month, keeping my hormones in balance, my estrogen, my progesterone, because of hormonal teas. So it's just like loose tea. Okay. It looks like that. And then you just put it in that little stainless steel ball, and then good to go. There's 0 toxins in it. There's 0 heavy metals, 0 toxins. Super important. Super important. So I will have this linked down in the description, and you could just type in, there's a million of them out there, you guys. There's a million of them out there. Like, you don't have to get this one. I have like 5 different ones from different brands. I'm not sponsored by them at all. So I just really like this one because it has like peppermint in it, and I really like peppermint. Oh, it's raspberry, spearmint, nettle tea or nettle leaf tea, milk thistle, ginger, and lemongrass. It's a really fire combination. So there's that. Okay. Now, I want to be really on. Okay, so this is what I was going to say. So I'm going to transition now, and I'm going to dig into the course. So if you are not like it, I'm just going to talk about the course from this point on. So if you are not interested, you are more than, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for being here. Catch me, make sure to have your notification on and catch me live on the next one. But I am going to dive into the course and what it comes with. A lot of people have hit me up and is like, well, what's in it? Can you like give me a glimpse? So I just want to be able to give for people right now and on the replay. So no, of course, that's why I want to just be honest instead of springing it on you and being like, so switching gears, I want to talk about the course. Like, it's just, that's whack. So if you're not interested in the course at all, oh, really quick, before I get into the course, any questions about money blocks, journaling tactics, prayer tactics, just like maybe just any questions about what we talked about in this live? I can answer a couple of questions if anybody has any. Money blocks, ideas to make money. Maybe you just in general, this page is all about health, fitness, mindfulness. Just to kind of wrap it up too, just popped in my mind. Now that money limitation that I had about family members is healed, or I should say is healing, and me understanding that, no, I'll be able to put boundaries, I'll be able to do all those things. It now is bubbling up. It's giving, because like that's out of my subconscious, it's now on the surface, and I'm working through it while it's on the surface. It now like opened up another portal for like other things to start to bubble up, like other deeper, even deeper rooted things with money. Okay, so do the inner work around money. Do the inner work around money. So I'm going to end that there. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the course. Anyone that wants to hop off, I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so I want to dive into this course really quickly. So what you're going to get, okay, let me tell you, this is, I'm going to tell you what I did to build an online business where I sell digital products and relay it to the course. And you can just take the list. So if you want to write notes, if anyone's interested in this, you can write notes at this point at this stage in the live, and just go do what I did. So there's that. Okay. I'm just telling you what I did. You can go do it. All right. So get your notes out. Now this is the course. Actually, let me do this really quick. So this is the course. And what inspired me to create the course was that I am somebody that has been so traumatized by doing something that I hated, and finally figuring it out 10 years later, almost 10 years later, of blood, sweat, tears, confusion. Because I have finally figured it out, I'm like, everybody needs this information. Because I was in blood, sweat, tears with other people that were also going through it, right? I would be with other people at happy hour and us being in tears, you know, like laughing and joking, but then in tears, but then complaining, but then angry, like just like, why do you guys, I remember I graduated college at 22 years old. And I remember being like, I just had so much fun in college. There was like some deep, dark times, but I also had so much fun. And when I graduated at 22, it was like it stopped immediately. Like it went from like, cool, you're a senior in college, you're a professional cheerleader, you are part of all these groups, you're popular, you're da 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 da, and then it just stopped. It was like you're graduated, you're now you're not seeing classmates anymore, you don't have teammates anymore, you don't see your coworkers anymore. Like it just all stopped at the same time, and I think it like shocked my system. I'm like, oh, I like have to go out in the real world now, like, and it just was weird. And so all I kept hearing was, you get a real job now, right? And so I didn't have like the grit to like continue on with the dance path, and I'll talk about the reason why that is in another video. But that's like at that time, that's what I really wanted to do. So I just got a regular job. I ended up staying there the whole 20s. And so that's why I'm like, gosh, man, who knows where I would be if I had like went for what I wanted in my 20s, right? Now I'm headed for 40. Now, I love my path because I did so many things wrong. It's like I get to teach how you guys can do it right. But who knows, right? So this is it. This is the course. And this is what I did. So again, start to take notes. I'm going to go through it really quick, module by module, and then you can actually take this on and do it yourself, okay? So here is the whole dashboard, okay? This is the whole dashboard. And then you go through, this is the first video, and it's the introduction. So I talk about in here what you're going to need for the course. Okay, this is the introduction, and I talk about what you need for the course. Everything is free. The stuff that like the extra tools that you need is free. Okay, and so that's what I'm doing. There is an area where you can communicate with me in the comments section, or you have an access to my email that I list down here. Okay. So I talk about that. You're literally sitting right here with me, and it's like as if I was holding your hand and I was doing it with you. Okay. Second, okay, so now we're going into the next one. What I did was to start making money online, I had to like come up with an idea to make something. Okay, so write this down. So idea, like this is the first step. Like you have to have some kind of idea. So I just came up with an idea, and I was like, what have I gone through? What have I gone through? Okay, boom. I've gone through, this is the second one. So this is idea generation right here. Okay, so I just was like, what have I gone through? So I jotted down some ideas, and then I was like, okay, boom. I'm going to talk about how I lost weight. And you guys know I have that ebook down in the description. I was like, I want to make an ebook about losing weight. Okay, so that's what I just had to come up with an idea. So then the next thing that I did was the reason why. So the next one is defining your ideal reader. Again, so write that down. That's just next on the list. Okay, I want to create something, but does anyone want to even buy this, right? Does anyone want to even buy this? Now, remember, this is what I did to make thousands of dollars in 1 month. Okay. And actually several months after that, like the point that I'm at now is full-time level from my website, right? Even if I didn't have anything else, it's full-time from my personal website that I built. Okay. This website right here that I'm showing you, I built this. So I was like, okay, if I have an idea, who would buy it? So I literally was, who's your ideal reader? Who's going to read this ebook that I want to come up with or that I want to create, right? So that's what I did. Okay. The next thing is ebook. Like I sat down and I outlined what I wanted the ebook to be, like how I wanted it to look. I outlined it. I was like, okay, so what did I do to, okay, so there is a market. People do want to lose weight. Specifically, I'm going to target women around my age. And what was my process? So I like sat down and I like jotted out what I did to lose the weight. And then I sat with it for a little bit. I was like, okay, I got to put this in like some kind of structure, right? So then the next thing of what I did was structured it out, right? I just structured it out. So I talk about how, like, what I did to make it super easy, super simple. Because the thing is, it's very crucial that you do this part, because you can lose people. Like, people can read your book and then like be like, get to the first paragraph and be like, I can already tell I'm just not going to want to get into this. So I talk about what I did to structure it out. And then the next thing of what I did was, okay, now I'm going to like put it into work. Like, I started to actually create the whole layout of the ebook. Okay. So talk about that. And I show you now, I did this 3 years ago when I did it, but now because of AI and because of like my experience now and me trial and error, I now show you how to do it in a few minutes. Whereas it took me months to like really figure this out and like do my market research. So I just show you straight up what works now, just directly what works. Okay. And then the next one is, so this is the next one. All right. So it's just more detail about exactly like what I did in that list. And then the next one is now I made sure it looked good, structured out, formatted out. And I also talk about how I created it, what app I used to create it. And I walk you through how to use the app, because a lot of people don't know how to use the app that I talk about. So I did my research, did trial and error, had to just like study and like figure out how to like move things around and format things. I show you exactly what I did. But I mean, essentially, again, come up with an idea. Is there a market for it? And start creating, just start creating your ebook, right? So I go through what I actually used to create the ebook. And then I go into website creation. Okay. So this one's the most important one, because if you don't have anything, like, you can have a digital product, which I didn't realize this. Like, once I created my digital product, I was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I can't sell this on Amazon. Like, because I then figured out that the formatting didn't work with how I made my ebook 3 years ago. It didn't work on Amazon. It uses another format. So I was like, oh my gosh, where am I going to sell this? And then I had to go through extensive research. And then once I finally picked the one that I was going to try, I was like, well, I'll just try this one. Like, this one has really great reviews. Let me just try this one. And then I had to go through and teach myself how to build out the website. So, but you can do that too. Like, that's what this video is about. Now I could build a website in 5 minutes, and I show you that here. Now, website building in 5 minutes. Literally, this video is How long is this video? Oh, so I'm talking, of course, but it's like this is a money maker. This is a money maker right here. Like this is what's going to open up the portal to the next level, right? Of like you actually, gosh, there's so many opportunities. But yeah, anyways, guys, there's so many free ones. So pick a website to like sell on and take the time to teach yourself, right? Now, the next thing is, obviously most of us have social media. Most of us we're here with each other right now, but if you don't, make sure you have some kind of social media account, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, YouTube. I am number one on my radar, in my opinion, is YouTube. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Like it is, I think it's the number one platform to build a community on, period, in my opinion. So just like the way it's formatted, the way it's structured. So you need to be able to post your link somewhere, right? So, but the biggest challenge was like, what app do I use to create it? Like, how do I even create an ebook? And then I have to create a website. Like, it just sounded so grandiose to me. Like, I don't feel like doing all that. Do I have to code? Like, do I have to literally code? I don't have time to be coding, right? So I ended up finding one that worked for me. And if this website worked for me, like, it'll work for you, like straight up. Because I'm like, you guys know I was a professional dancer. I was a district manager. I had to manage people. I wasn't like sitting there typing and stuff all day. Like I still type like this, like I have to talk stuff in because I'm such a slow typer. So just want to let you know that. It's embarrassing actually. My mom like makes fun of me because she's like, she can literally type like at an insane, like she just is like, and she'll just be looking up at the screen. I have to be like, wait, how do I change? Like, it's just bad, you guys. I'll tell you guys the reason why that is in another video, but it's just bad. So, now, share your link, obviously. And then the next one is, and I talk about some other juicy stuff in the next 3 modules right here, 1, 2, 3. So you don't like, I'm just telling you the basic of what I did, and you got to just teach yourself the rest of the stuff, right? Like all these like hard lessons that I learned, I teach you guys about that in the next one. Okay? So I'm just, that one is just, yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So you now have your idea, you created your ebook, you found a website to pop it up on, you now are posting your link on social media. And then I go into, I also teach you how to, because you know how like my website is literally embodypursuit.com. Okay? Embodypursuit.com. I teach you how to get that to be your email or your website. And then how to link it to this website. So you can have a domain name and then you can use a website host, but how do you, because you know how like, for example, like Shopify, this is not Shopify. I don't like Shopify personally. No offense to Shopify, shout out to Shopify, but I think because like I need it to be more simple and like Shopify is a little bit too intricate. Like I like how this is boom, straight to the point, boom, boom, pow. Like it's just very like easy and quick, right? But I had to learn the hard way because I had to try out different website platforms and then discover that like, okay, this one's good, but I don't like this part about it. And then, okay, this one's good. And so you got to find the right one for your personality. This one, I found the most, the best comments for everything all the way around, like ease, flow, features. And what I love about this too is I have a team. I have like a website team. I can reach out to them anytime I have a question about the website platform. I can reach out to them and they respond within 24 hours. A real human. It's not like an AI robot. Okay? So, yeah, it's like, I'm so happy I went with that one. And so now, you know, I've trained myself and practice on this website to build it out. So there's that. So I gave you guys like what I did, like just like a list of 5 or 6 things of what I did to start making money, full-time income on my personal website. Okay. Now, let me show you guys. So this is what like this is what the student would see. When you go to, why is it not? Okay. So when you go to the landing page, okay. Now what's really cool, I mean, there's just, this thing is just so cool. This is just, I love this website platform. Now, also too, you guys, if you want to start making money online and you want to eventually get brand deals, the number one thing that you need, okay, I'm about to just give it away for free right now. The number one thing that you need is an email list. You have to have an email list. A lot of times people get discouraged from email lists because they're like, well, I don't want to pay for like a hub for my emails to sit, right? Like there's so many out there. Like you can just type in email list platform. Like what can I use to collect emails, right? And there's so many that'll come up, but none of them are free except this one that I found, except the one that I'm using. So there's two, I have two. This free one in my personal website, but I also pay for another one because again, in my trial and error, I didn't know that this was free. So I started paying for my other one. And I like it. It's cool, but I'm going to keep it because I just have a lot of emails on there now. But this is free, so don't do what I did. Okay? So that one's free. MailerLite, bomb. So yeah, you don't necessarily, like I'm paying, it's just, I'm so annoyed by the fact that I'm like paying now, but maybe like in the future I'll transfer it over. But yeah, type it in. And now just be careful because sometimes with free ones, it's like free for like the first 100 or something. You know what I mean? Like it's free for like, this is free infinity. This is free like no matter what. Like a lot of times a lot of times it'll be like, oh, free for your first 500. So just be careful. Maybe that one is free now, but this one is for sure. Like I know from my personal experience that this is free. So tap in with Lisa's, try that one. And if you want to tap in with this one, you could tap in with this one. Okay, next thing. This is what it looks like. Now, the reason why this is so amazing is that when you build, you may think, I didn't even realize this. I was like, maybe I should charge more, but I'm not. But I didn't think about this at the time. I'm not only giving you the opportunity to like create an ebook and have a landing page, you are now being able to create. It's free for like okay, exactly, which is good to start with. Like if you are like, I want to be able to do this whole thing for free, that is a good one to start with, right? Now the website that I use, it's free infinitely. So something to think about. Now, this is my personal website, right? And I created like that little graphic right there, created the whole thing. It's decent. I want to improve in the future. The button, like see how I have the button on here? All this I did myself. Like I uploaded all these products, created all the modules, right? Created all this stuff, all the buttons, all that, right? All you really need is like a landing page. Okay, now you guys, on this website, I can now offer 6 different portals. So not just digital ebooks, there's several digital things that you can sell. Actually, hundreds. Like, I don't even know why, but meaning like you can do coaching, you can do courses. Like if you want to have your own course, how I have this course, okay, this course right here, all right, this course right here, if you want to also have your own course, when you have to open up this website, this is what you want to use. Like this, you can use Thinkific, you can use other ones, but you have to give them a fee. I get 100% profit here. For the first 1,000, that's good. But I'm telling you, where we're all going, we're getting 100K subscribers on our mailing list. We're gonna, that's where we're headed. So 1,000 is cool. 1,000 is cool, and I think it's fantastic for a beginner. Fantastic for a beginner. So this I created, right? Now, these are all the modules. You know, the what I just listed off. So I gave you guys the basic, what I did, boom. And you could technically, the information that I gave you, you can go do what I did right now. Okay? Now, if you want to collapse time and start making money in the same day, and I'm not kidding on that. Like, I'm not, like, that's not a, I mean, if some of you guys, I don't know who's all on here right now, but some of you guys just are tapping in with me right now. And then some of you guys have been with me for a couple months. Some of you guys have been with me for a few years. You guys know when I say stuff, I don't just be saying stuff to say stuff. Like, you can actually have your own website, your own digital product, and make money the same day. Post your link and make money the same day. It took me months and months and months to like figure out how to do it. So I'm collapsing time for you. And it's just nice and neat and pretty. It's like, you want to make more money here? Like, here you go. It's up to you. Now, I do have a special going on, Embody 25. It's going to, I'm going to get rid of this reduced price, but Embody 25 for 25% off. Okay. So limited time. And this is, and you know, when people say that, you're like, why is it limited, right? There's something called industry standard. So according to industry standard, that's how I gauge what I'm doing. So I just want to let you know that I'm not like coming up with these things. Like it's industry standard. So limited time. Okay. Right now. Now people, I have several students already. Y'all gotta just, you know, when I tell you guys, like, there's a deal going, you guys want to snag it up. People got this whole thing for $30 this weekend. People got the exact blueprint handed over to them, okay, for $30. Now, there will be, because, you know, it was Memorial Day weekend. So, but right now I was like, oh, well, I don't want to take the wholesale away. Like, I was like, okay, let me not like just take the wholesale. So, it's 25% off right now. So, like I said, just to recap. Yeah. What's your question? Just to recap, you got to have an idea. There has to be someone who wants what your idea is for your digital product. Somebody has to want it. You could create an ebook about how to sell candles and like no one's searching that, right? So, or how to buy candles or how to make candles, even though people probably are searching that one. That's not a good example, but like something really random, like how to organize safety pins. Okay, you might want to write an ebook about that, but like nobody's searching that, okay? So, you want to make sure that, and I'll read that in a second. So make sure that, so your idea is actually a demand. Make your ebook. There's several different platforms that you can make an ebook on, a digital ebook. You can also make it physical, by the way, too. It doesn't have to only be ebook. Next, figure out what portal you want to use, okay, to create your own website. Upload your ebook to the website. Post the link. Now, all the trial and error of like when to post the link, how I posted the link, how I like marketed the link, how I actually got people to click, how I encourage people to click, that's all in here. Okay. I use the term all the time. I'm a contractor. Yes, yes, ma'am. That's industry standard. Yep. Sorry, I have a question. Oh, just kidding. Okay. So that's what I did, guys. That's there it is. There's the quick cheat sheet of what I did. Okay. Any questions? Any questions at all about the course? About the course. So again, you get direct access to me through email. And I don't think Everyday Muscles is on here anymore, but I respond to my emails. And what I love about this for you is that I'm not this like, who knows in the future, but right now I'm, I have a growing platform. It's not like this huge platform. So I'm not so huge to where I have like all these people working under me where you never really get access to me. A lot of coaches right now, that have the 500K and above, if you get direct access to them, it's 20K, 30K, right? You get this and you get direct access to me. And if there's enough questions, now this is also what's really dope about this too. So I'm your instructor, I'm your coach, I'm your teacher, and I will be uploading more videos in here. As questions come up, I will do a video answer and upload it here. Every time I upload a new module, a new teaching inside of this course, the price will go up. So for the people that already got this, they're grandfathered into this. Like any more content that I put in here, they never have to pay again. It's free for them from now on. Okay? So that's another benefit to being able to be in this course. Okay? So if you're like, well, Ciana, what about this? Or, can you help me out with this? Or can you actually show me this one specific thing? I'm struggling with it, right? I can actually do a video, upload it, and the value will go up on this. So it's like, this is the best time to get in on this that it will ever be. Okay? So any questions? Lisa says, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. They good updates. Yeah. Like and what I like about this is that I can give you guys a video update or a video question and answer. And it's really me, right? It's not like a team member. It's not like an intern that works for me, right? Like it's me. So any questions about this? So very easy format. And you guys, it's less than 2 hours long. I was saying 3 hours last week. It's less than 2 hours long. So you get your coffee together, get your coffee or get your tea. Okay. Have somebody watch the kids. By the end of the night, by the end of the day, you'll be able to have more. And I'm not saying you're going to make $1,000 in one day. That's not what I'm saying. But all the money that you might be taking out of your paycheck to like pay for school supplies for your kids or be able to pay for their field trips or all that stuff, you've now opened up a portal. And I already told you guys the story about the lady, the woman who made $1 million in 15 months. That's not a fake story. That's on the internet. It's on YouTube. Just look it up. And if you just type in how much money can people make with digital products, it's disgusting how much people are making with money and with digital products. And I'm like, I got to step it up. Like I need to be people are making in the millions a month because they went for it. Like that's all it is. And so now there's other factors, right? Like maybe there's some coaching in there. Maybe they offer really huge packages. But the reason why I believe that people are able to make millions of dollars a month is because I saw that I was able to make 5 figures. And then I now can see how there's a possibility to make 6 figures. And then once I make that, I think there'll be new downloads, like new revelations. Like once you get to each stage, you're like, okay, so if I just change this and this and this, I can like get to the next level. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a good question. What's considered a digital product? So let's actually go through it really quickly. So hold on real quick. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing it like this is you'll see why in a second. What's considered a digital product? And list out all the digital products that people are currently buying right now. Okay, hold on. Why is it? Hold on. What is considered a digital product? Is my internet like messed up? Hold on. Yeah, it's logged in. Okay, let me go on. Let me go out of here. And I know I'm off the top of my head. I just want to like give you like a nice clean. For some reason, when I'm asking that in ChatGPT, it's giving me stocks. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my internet's doing something weird. But let me actually go to. Okay, stick with me real quick. What are digital products? List out all digital products that you can sell. Okay, bunch pop up. So, ebooks. We're talking about ebooks, right? Software. So you can sell a software. Photography. So if you guys, I'm going to do this too. You can license your photography. Like I went to Egypt. There's pictures that I got VIP pictures when I was in Egypt. I wish I had a better camera. I took it from my iPhone, but the quality is actually really surprisingly excellent. Photography. Okay. So you can sell your photos. So I can upload photos from Egypt on my website that I would allow you to be able to repost in anything you want to use it for. And you have license to repurpose it, do whatever you want with it, right? You can sell courses. So people are currently buying right now. I'm waking up. I'm helping people. I'm motivating, inspiring people. I'm opening up another money portal. So all of this, by the way, you can sell on the website. I show you how to do it. You can sell fonts. Okay. You can sell an app. That's a digital product. You can sell music, obviously. Yep, like a stock photo. So Lisa, so on the website that I have, or that I like created, so people might be thinking I'm only pushing the ebook and I need to market it a little bit better, but I can literally sell anything digital on that website. So it opens up, it blasts open, not just an ebook portal of money, but like every portal of digital opportunities. So I can upload a picture from my Egypt trip of the pyramids. I can upload it to my website. People can download it and have it. So instead of having someone screenshot your Instagram and now they have you paid to get to Egypt. You paid for them flights. You paid for, you know what I'm saying? Like you walked up the stair. I was hot I walked inside the pyramid and you have to be crouched down like this. Like I did all that. And then people are just stealing, they get to just screenshot and put it on their video, right? No, have people pay for that. People should be paying for your effort. So yeah, like a stock photo. So you can put up the video. Like, cause a lot of times people, you know how like you can pay for stock footage? Well, you can have people pay for to use your video. Instead of them going to stock footage, they can buy your stuff, buy your, say if you take pictures of different hair, instead of someone saying, give me different styles of hair, and then stock photos pop up, because you see so much hair. You know what I mean? You could be taking pictures of different grades of hair, and they download your picture and upload it. The pyramids were tools, not tombs. Okay. So there's that. Now, okay, another thing, memberships. This list is lit, you guys. Memberships, printables. So like if you wanted to sell, like you're really good at like you have a list, like you're an expert at knowing how to like list things out, you can sell a printable so someone can print it out and like put it in their own calendar, instead of just having that for free and like posting it on your Instagram and someone can screenshot it. You can make them pay to download it, and it could just be $1, $2. You know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like I have stuff on my website that's $1 to download. Like some of my email funnels that have worked for me, where I've seen conversions of sales, is on my website. It's like 99 cents. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to, some packages can be big, some of them can be small. Another one is templates, any kind of template. Your art, that's one that I'm gonna be doing with my grandma. Was an elite artist. I'm gonna be offering people, or offering the ability for people to download my grandma's art. So there's that. Podcasts. So you could do a podcast, like you could have it where people have to pay you a membership, or in order to get access to that podcast episode, they have to buy it through your website. You can do that on here too. Okay. I mean, just, it's so many things. Like the list is huge. And then inside the list, there's different versions of that. So like when I tell you that this course, it's not just a make an ebook and sell your little ebook. It's like you have now opened up an array of possibilities. An array of possibilities. Like, and I'm going to use Lisa as an example, like because she's a hairstylist, it's like she could talk about the basic list step by step, but the intricate details, like the secret sauce, like the trial and error, the pain, like of working with people's hair for so long, and you've discovered the secret sauce, that could be in an ebook. Now you could give people just like free, you know, the Googleable step by step, here's the basic steps, and you can technically go for it and do trial and error, which is great. I'm not going to lie. Like it's been fun to like do trial and error, but let's be honest, like we're all getting older. Like we don't have time to be constantly doing trial and error. I got to mess up, trial and error. Like I got to try it again. It's like, if you can just invest once and now get grandfathered in, now you open up several money portals, and now like you, and I also feel like it's like almost like a self-development journey too, because now you're really looking at yourself and saying, hey, I deserve to be compensated for the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into something to figure something out. So I sell my digital course on, so this is what, let me just show you guys what I sell. And this is going to be, I only have 7 on here. It's going to go to like 100 by the end of the year. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but there's going to be, you don't have a cap on how many things that you can sell. Okay. Like it's amazing. That's what I love about this. Like it's literally, so this is my website, and these are all the things that I sell right now. So I'm selling 8 products right now. There's a book, this one, you can have it. This one, you know how in my course, it's like me teaching you how to just make your own step-by-step guide. This one, you have license to resell it. You just buy it, take the link, upload it to, upload it to whatever platform you're using to sell digital products. Take that link, upload it to your Instagram. The book is called How to Sell Digital Products. You get the whole thing. You get I think it's like a 30-page book, and I have it in a video form. So you can learn from this book how to sell digital products, and then you can take this book and sell it. You can have other people So it chops the time down where you're like, okay, some people want to create their own digital products. Like they want to create their own ebook. They want to create their own principles. They want to like put them into it. And some other people want to just have a collection of digital products, but they don't have maybe the time. So you can actually do like a free webinar, like a free live like this and say, "Hey, I'm going to teach you guys how to sell digital products." And people are like, "That was really good." Okay, cool. If you want to know more and if you want the step by step, you could have it. Resell like an NFT. I don't really, that's the only I never got into the NFT game, so maybe not like I don't know, maybe it is like that. But like now this ebook is my ebook that you can't just take the exact information of my ebook and resell it, right? So this my ebook is $4.99. It's how I lost weight. Now this ebook is you don't have the license to resell it. Like this is my personal journey that I put into work. I will be doing a course on this too, by the way, but that's for another video. But I put in the work and I loved it. I loved it because it was like, I felt like I was taking something from my mind and putting it into reality. So this, I have like a story. I have so many stories with this journey of this book, right? I don't have all the stories in there, but like while I was making it, I'm like, okay, I remember that. Okay, how can I make that easier? Okay, what was the best workouts? Okay, what was the number one thing that worked to help me curve my hunger issues? Okay, what cleanses did I do? Okay, out of all the ones that I did, what's just one that I want to put in here that worked, right? So this one was that. So, but this one, this is where, now this is another thing, okay? On here, you can bundle them. So this is a ready to sell profit bundle. So this one, you can get all 3 of these and it's all formatted for you. So some people might be like, I don't want to start from scratch. I just want to, can you give me a template and I'll plug in my own information, right? So I have that here. So like, how cool is that? Like, I'm going to actually do a lot more like this, how to sell digital products. And let me actually show you guys this one real quick. So I'm going to do more like this, but you could technically do this right now. Like if you already have a website and you sell digital products, you could get this and put it on your website. Now, this is, okay. So not only do I give you the template, so you can, if you wanted to, this is it. If you wanted to, okay, this is the whole book, the digital book. You could actually tap on it and change out information. If you're like, I don't really agree with that, you could change it however you want. Or you could just not do one thing, download it and resell it, okay? And I also have it in like a video format to where it's like that. So if you wanted to be able to teach it, or you wanted people to, and you could talk over it. If you wanted to, you could talk over it. So people can, I have all 3 versions of that ready to go. You can just take it and resell it. Because so many people are Googling how to sell digital products, right? So if you start having a segment on your YouTube channel where you're like, well, I want to teach other people how to sell digital products, get this, learn from it, and then teach it, and then be like, hey, if you want to be able to list this out, you can actually, not only you learn from it, and then you can sell it to them for them to sell. And I know it sounds like basically I'm just like giving the license away for you to do it. Because again, this is why I decided to do it like this too. People were like, well, I want to create an ebook, but like, I kind of wish an ebook was just created for me. Like some people are like, I want to create my own ebook. I'm excited to do it. I love it. I want the project. Other people are like, I just don't have the time. So I was like, well, maybe why don't I offer both, like templates and just something where you can start to like learn how to sell a digital product without having to make a whole one from scratch. Okay. So, and you can change out the words on this too, if you wanted to, like say if you did more information or more research, done for you already. Just buy it, resell it. You could have it up on a Zoom call, teach it. You don't even have to do that. You could just do a reel and say, hey, this is the top 3 things, top 3 selling digital products. If you want to learn more, download my ebook. And you don't have to say, I got it from Ciana. Like, you could even rebrand it. You could put your brand name on it and it's yours. Like, people are getting it from you. They don't have to know, oh, well, I got it from that Ciana girl on the internet, like, and I'm just like reselling it. No. So there's so I mean, there's, I'm also going to do one, you guys, for how to get monetized. So it'll be there. You could take it, resell it yourself, because I'm monetized on YouTube, how to grow your YouTube, how to get 1,000 subscribers. And if you also are on the YouTube journey and you're like getting questions about YouTube and people have seen that because I feel like that's like, you can give away. I have over 100 videos, you guys, in my how to grow your YouTube. But like, you can keep giving away free information, but it gets to a point where you deserve to be offering like something for compensation. Like, you've given so much free value, you've given so much free mentorship and coaching. Like, it's time for you to be able to package something up. And to be honest, guys, unfortunately, the way that the human psychology works, people do it more when they buy it. So you're doing them a favor. And I've learned this too, and I'm like, no, it's true. Like, I have seen when people get free information, they're like, cool, I'll do it later. And then all of a sudden when they buy something, they're like, well, I invested in this, so I have to actually put it into work. So you're giving people the opportunity to actually do it because you want them to actually do it. I could have gave away I could have made it a YouTube series for free, but I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that with the course. You got to actually invest in yourself with this, or teach yourself how to do it. Take a month or 2 to teach yourself, or invest in yourself and actually do it. I'm actually giving you a nudge to do it because you spent some money on it. You're like, well, because it's the thing, guys. You earn that money somehow. Let's just say you work a 9 to 5. You earn that money, okay? You know that, say you make $25 an hour. So if you spend $25 on something, you're like, whoa, okay, that's an hour of my life that I worked at the job. That's an hour, that's my life. Like, I'm essentially giving away a chunk of my life that I earned at a job to you. First of all, it better be what I'm buying. I'm buying this. It better be what I asked for, what I'm getting. And then now that I got it, and I do see that it is like, it's quality. It's not fake, right? It's not a scam. Like, okay, wow, I got to actually put in the work because this is the answer right here. I want to make more money. It's right in front of me. So you're more inclined to do it because you know that you're exchanging a piece of your life that you earn that $25 for, and now you are putting it into a course. Now, if it's for free, because you didn't really buy it, depending on your personality, you may or may not do it. Let's just be real, including myself. That's why they make you pay for college. If college was free, those seats would be empty all the time. Oh, I'll just pop in there when I want to. Oh, I'm bored. Oh, that guy's cute. I have a crush on him, so I think he might be in class today, so I'll go. If college was free in America, people would not be, they wouldn't go to class. They just wouldn't. Okay? So, and then legally, you have to go to high school. You have to go to junior high, right? Like, you can't be a documented citizen and then like you're just not in school. Like, you're just chilling at home. Like, you have to. So there's two reasons why people are showing up to class. If you don't show up to class as a 10th grader, what is it, INS, or what are the people called? The Child Protective Services are knocking on the door like, hey, what's going on? Little Billy wasn't in school today, right? Because you're held accountable. In college, they got their money, so it's on you if you want to show up. So anyway, so you guys get my point. The portals are just getting started, you guys. The portals of digital products and you want to get in now. It's still early. Even though it seems like there's a perception that it seems saturated, people are still confused about digital products. I mean, no offense, you asked a great question, which is just what are digital products? Because it's true, people throw that around, but the fact that you, maintenance guy, are asking what that is means it's still early. Because, like, okay, for example, all of us know what Amazon is. All of us know what Instagram is. We're, trying to create an app that would compete with an Instagram or a Facebook at this point is kind of like, just don't quit your day job, right? Like, it's time to pivot, right? The fact that you're asking what is a digital product, it's still early. That was a good call out. So, you want to get in it now to where you're already in the game when people are finally being like, you know what, 5 years from now, like, you know what, I kind of want to do, I think I have the courage now to like start selling online. You're going to already be making 100K a month or 100K a year at minimum. That's at least where I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the next levels. You type in right now, are people able to make 100K a month from digital products a month? I didn't mess up there. People will pop up with their stories. It's crazy. And I felt late because I'm like, man, people are already making that much. No, we all have our own stories, our own reasons, right? So those people making 100K is great, but like, you guys are listening to me right now for a reason, right? Which means that there's something that I'm giving you that you're not able to, like, you're not getting from somewhere else right now. Like, there's a reason why you're connecting with me right now, as opposed to looking at another podcast. That's a good thing. You have that too. I may not be this huge influencer, this huge celebrity, right? But in this corner, Embody Pursuit corner of the internet, there's value, there's potent value over here. Okay? And that's why you're here. And so all you do is package that value up, and then you offer it back instead of just only for free. Okay? Any other questions? That was a really good question. Like, you guys know how I get. When you guys ask me a question, I'm going to be thorough about it. Maintenance guy, I graduated at top of my class. People were like, this guy. I was more street, but was far more advanced, to the point my professors would make me help give lectures with my opinions. That's your ebook. That's your course. That whole statement that you just said, NFT is definitely not a digital product and good investment, but the remakes and scammers. Oh, okay. I could see that. That is what's a little scary about the internet. Now, I do talk about that in my course. I do talk about how I'm getting around that in my course. But it's true that people are going through that, But there's ways to get around that, and there's ways to hold people accountable for scamming and copying and all that. But that's it. Like, there's people that want to graduate at the top of their class. How did you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what steps did you take? What grit did you have? Like, what did you turn down? Like, what did you say no to in order to have to be at the top of your class? Like, you have an insight that nobody else, that very few select people have. And so that's your ebook. Like, there's so many, and then it doesn't even have to be an ebook. Like, you can, like, this, again, like I said, I might even remarket the way that I'm talking about this, because it's not just about the ebook. I'm giving you like a reason to start with one product, but it could be like a transmission, like where you just talk and you don't even ever show your face. You just talk and put it over like some stock footage, or put it over one picture, and it's just the picture the whole time with the little like microphone little noise or whatever. And it's just like a podcast where you know how you don't see the person, it's just like a picture of them, right? And you just talk and you sell that podcast instead of just selling it. It was natural, truthfully, God's blessing, but it's God's blessing, and it's easy to us, but to other people that want it, it's not. And they need to, like, for example, with my ebook, my How to Lose Fat ebook guide, to me, it was a lot of trial and error, but some things came natural to me. Like some things, like I had thrill for it. I had zeal for it. I had excitement for it. Not everybody, some people want to get my results. Some people want to be lean going into their 40s, but it may not be that easy. But so like sometimes like our gift is right in front of us. It's hidden in plain sight. So we're like, oh, you know, I don't know, I was just born with it. That's your ebook. That's your digital product. That's it. Like anything that comes easy to you, that you assume comes easy to other people. So even with me, like for example, people are like, you speak so well on here. First of all, I went through a whole journey with that. But live streaming, I've been live streaming for 5 years now. I can create an ebook. Top 20 things I've learned, top 20 things I wish I knew about live streaming. I like how you use the word zeal. I mean, but it's true. It's like, that's what our gift is. Like whatever we're so passionate about, it comes easy to us. It flows out of us. Like all that's your ebook. That's your digital product. You don't even have to start with the ebook. You can just say, you know, I don't really want to do ebook. I want to do memberships where you drop a new video instead of like having it here on a free YouTube. You can drop it behind. I actually I would get more money if I did memberships, but I have it on here because I want to make it easy for you guys. Like that's where I'm just like, okay, if I put myself in their shoes, I don't want to be having to click out, go somewhere else. But I might have like a bigger package membership in the future. But I do have memberships where there's only like these, you have to pay for these videos behind my memberships. Okay. But I can make my own. So I get $2.73 from each person that's a member, but I could have made it $20 a month on my website and get 100% profit and just drop a new video in there every week and get $20. You can do a webinar where it's just like you and your, like there, I mean, it's just the sky's the limit and it gets fun. I would naturally like to do things the right way. I break down and simplify everything like a math. That's what an ebook is. It's literally taking a complex concept and making it simplified to where a third grader can ingest it, can understand it. An ebook should be nothing more. It shouldn't. That's why I like it, because it's not like a big like 250 page, 300 page book, right? Like it's just, you know, I might do something like that in my 50s or something, but I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not there right now. Cute, straight to the point, simplified, get automatic guaranteed results type of, and if you actually implement what's in the book, that's what I like right now. That's what works for me. So it's fun and I get to help people. So you just, I mean, that's it right there. Anything you can simplify. Like, for example, I've talked about how I've made my digital product in the past and it was choppy and it was kind of all over the place. And the course allowed me to be able to make it organized. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me be able to present it in like a dinner. Like here's your dinner, and you can actually take a bite and actually ingest it. Okay, boom. Now ingest it. Before I was giving like just like the grocery store. It was like, okay, do this and do this. It was all over the place. That's what I love about digital products, is that you take what's going on out here and you like put it into a structure and then you hand it to somebody. And then there is some free stuff that you want to do at the beginning, right? Because you want people to see that, okay, yeah, you actually can teach. Like, you know, if people have been on here, which I very, very much appreciate and do not take it for granted, when people are like, I'm so inspired right now, or that was inspiring, or that is me showing you that I have the ability to teach and like get you going. So there is an aspect of having to do the free thing too. And I love it. I love getting on these live streams and like giving away free stuff. Like this is part of this is a business, and it's also like my ministry. Like I also like to like train and coach like as my community service too. And then you get to like, it's like it's a win-win for everybody, because it's like it's filling me up to be able to teach. It's filling you up because you're like, okay, I have direct access to this lady on the internet. I'm gonna watch some of her other videos and see if I trust her. Oh wow, you know what? I'm gonna examine her from afar for a while, but I like her. Like, she's cool, right? I like that. Like, it's like a genuine relationship, but it's like virtual. It's kind of weird to put it that way, but yeah. Some people are okay with or wait, some people are okay with okay. I wasn't, so it became a tenacity. Plus, I like the expression on their faces because I wasn't a person they would have considered. That's your competitive advantage. That's your competitive edge. Because you look street, I think you said, or you look like you just look like you wouldn't have graduated top of your class. That's your competitive. That's why people would want to buy from you, because they're like, okay, well, if he can do it and he looks like that, that means I can do it. Right? Like, use your competitive advantages. That's what, like, for example, I have a competitive advantage living in LA. People all over the entire planet have never been to LA, and like they see it on like the Kardashians, like, Calabasas is very close to where I live, okay? So like the Kardashians and like all these celebrities like live very close. So I'm like pointing because it's like it's that direction. So I use that. I will talk about, oh, this in LA, this cute little shop, this cute little area, this cute little beach. I use the fact that I'm in LA as as a competitive advantage, right? I well, people will be like, "Oh, I thought you were a little younger than that," or "I thought you were a lot younger than that." I use that. Like, that's a gift. Like, use your gifts, use your unique blessings. And then even other things like me being I'm going to be 40 soon. Like, because just saying that, people are like, "Okay, you're not like this like random like girl on the internet. You've been around, you've been on the planet for a while." So I'm going to kind of like perk up a little bit because you're not like super young. That's an advantage. Some people would see it as, "Oh wow, you're not an advantage," but that's a huge advantage. You are a random girl on the internet. That's true. But there's something that has you here listening to me. There's a reason why you're intrigued enough to spend minutes of your life listening to a random girl on the internet. Why are you here? There's something drawing you in. There's a reason you're here. So that's your competitive advantage. It's still 20 seconds of your life. And you're here spending effort of your life. And guess what? The more you type, the more you're pushing my video out to people that actually want to benefit from being able to make thousands of dollars a month. So continue on. Do what you got to do, because the more you engage with the video, the more it gets pushed out. The more the Embody Pursuit tribe grows. Okay? So, by the way, like, there's just a zero tolerance over here for like anything weird or condescending. So, bottom line is, we got to reframe the way that we're looking at this digital space and not feeling like we just only have to have a career, we just have to have this one thing. You can sell physical products, and see, now I'm trying to expand to physical products too. Oh, you guys, okay. Should I get up and show you guys right now? Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. Okay, you guys are going to be, the people that are left here, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. So, okay guys, stick with me for a second. So I have all of these. I don't know if you guys can hear me. But I have, you guys, like, all of these. Let me show you. Okay. Stick with me. I'll be there in a second. Stick with me. Stick with me. Stick with me. Shoot. Okay. Darn it. Okay. So, see this here? Stick with me. Okay. So, I'm going to start selling physical products too. So, see this? I wore this one time, this like $500 dress, this beautiful like sequiny dress. I'm not gonna, because I wore it at a really big event, one time for 4 hours or maybe 5 hours, but it was just one event. Immediately took it off because it's very like form fitting, and you know, I just didn't want to ruin it. So like the second I was able to, the event was over, I took it off. Okay. Next thing, this one is a beautiful gown. And so what I'm going to start doing is on my website, I can actually, this is dry cleaned. I actually literally wore this for 4 hours. Wore it once for 4 hours. I can't wear it again. I can't wear it again. Like, what am I going to do? Like, go to another big event in LA and like wear the same gown? Like, it's just, you just can't do that. Like, I mean, maybe that's a little first world problem-ish, but you can't do that. So this beautiful gown I'm going to be selling on my website. So I can sell physical product. This idea just popped in my mind and blasted open another potential portal. Cause I'm like, all these gowns and dresses that I've worn to like galas and stuff in LA, it's like, it's just sitting in my closet. I'm going to sell it on my website. And then if somebody buys, so what I'll do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a better video of like, and show it. So is it in this phone? So let me show you guys really quick. So what I'm going to do, and you guys can totally steal this idea. If there's any like high quality, like, right, like I'm not going to just sell like a crop top I've worn 17 times and like resell it. Like that's whack. But this beautiful gown, it's I immediately got it dry cleaned immediately. Okay, so I don't even want to like, it's like in the plastic. It's starting to kind of fall out of the plastic. So I got this immediately dry cleaned after. Okay, so it's wrapped up in the plastic. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do, just bear with me for a second. What year was that? Is it on this phone? Let me show you guys something real quick. I don't know if it was on just this phone. Bear with me. Beverly Hilton. Beverly Hills. I think it was at Beverly Hilton. Maybe it was on that phone. But bottom line is I have footage of me wearing the dress, so you'll really be able to see me in the dress, right? I wanted to show you. Well, here, let me just show you a quick, like, it's on Instagram, but you don't, it's just like a quick shot, and the dress is actually kind of cut off, so you can't really see it. So I wanted to show you like a whole video, but I have video footage of like, essentially I'm modeling the dress in a way. I guess you could think about it like that. And so, and also too, follow me on Instagram, Ciana Singh. Follow me over on Instagram too. I post more like LA vlogs, my personal life. Like it's just more chill. But I post juicy stuff on my stories. So you want to tap in with my stories. Why is my Instagram being weird right now? It's like doing something weird. Do people like, does God not want me to show you this right now? Okay. Come on. Bear with me. Here we go. It was like the app was being weird. Okay. So this is me wearing the dress. This is me wearing the dress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and it was like, it's very long. It's a gown and it's like backless and there's all these beautiful Swarovski crystal jewels on it. It was almost $1,000. I'm going to be selling it maybe for like $100, $150. I wore it for literally 4 hours, right? But again, like these aren't like, you can kind of see the Swarovski crystals, but so I'm going to be selling that on my website, and then I'm just going to ship it out myself. So like, I'm just going to have, you know, all, so even like, you know how you have a physical product, I'm like, what, do I have anything physical I could sell too? You know, and the website that I use, it literally says physical products. Like it's a section on the website. It says physical products, sell your physical products. So it could be, anything you want to sell. So I'm going to do a video, post it on my YouTube, and just say, hey guys, you know, if anyone's looking for a beautiful ball gown dress, here you go. And I'm going to show me modeling it. It'll be like a minute-long video. And I'm not going to really push it. You know, it'll just be, I might post about it every few weeks or something. And whoever ends up needing a dress like this for whatever reason, they'll have access to like a beautiful dress. And I feel like I've built up enough rapport with you guys for you guys to know that when I say I've only worn something once, like I feel like I'll be trusted, you know? Like there's, yeah, I only wore this beautiful gown one time. Immediately got it dry cleaned. So same thing with this one. I'm going to be getting this one dry cleaned as well. This one I wore, and I was a host at this Black Women's Association event where I got to meet the mayor and chit chat with the mayor of LA and all that, Mayor Bass. So I wore this then, and it was like a pink theme, and it was really cool. So actually, let me see. Let me show you guys when I met the mayor. What was that venue called? I'd have to really like search through. It was way before that. What was that venue called? Before that. It was before that. It's before that. You know, I have so many photos. I know most of us all have like, I think it was after this event. Whatever, you guys get the point. Like, I've worn some of these outfits, high quality outfits, one time. So, bottom line is, once you get the course, you get access to so many different portals. And I don't really, I mean, I think, you know, I'm sure several different like website hosts do that, but I just like that this one's for free. And they just take a tiny percentage of each of my sales, and then when I want to, I can then pop over to another tier where you do pay a subscription, but you don't ever have to pay a subscription. You can always have it to where they just take a little percentage. So you don't have to worry about like, man, I didn't make any sales this month, but I still have to pay them a subscription to use their website. I don't have mine set up like that. It's like, if I don't make any money, they don't make any money. And I think that's a pretty good deal, because it's like, yeah, I'm using your site. I mean, and yeah, I mean, it's, you have your own website, but you're like still using, it's like, you know, it's my YouTube channel, but I'm using YouTube. It's like that, right? It's like they're offering and saying, hey, here's a portal for you to be able to sell things, and let's make a deal. If you don't sell anything, I don't sell anything, but if you do sell something, I get to get a cut. I think that's a pretty good deal. That's why I'm an advocate for it. So any questions before I go? Any questions? Any cuestiones? That's not even a real word. It's preguntas, right? I think in Spanish. And I'm getting tired. I need to take a nap. Alrighty, well, have a beautiful rest of your day. If you've made it this far in the live stream, ooh, this is a big one today. If you made it this far in the live stream, make sure, why aren't you subscribed yet? Subscribe, okay? I will be doing pop-up free trainings on where I go into depth, like how I did in the course. I will be doing free pop-up courses for other topics. So you're gonna wanna make sure to have the notifications on. Now, here's the thing. You have to catch me live because I will then take down that free live and then put it as a course behind a paywall. So if you want it for free, you got to tap in when I pop up. And you guys know me, maybe in the future, maybe in my late 40s or something, I might have like, okay, you know, scheduled lives, but my personality, how I move, it's very like when I'm feeling it, when I'm in the mood, when I feel called, you know, and then I'm like I just will give all my attention to it. If I have to have like 5, you know, this Friday at 12 p.m. and then 11 a.m. comes around and I'm like, man, I got to get on here. I don't even feel like it. This other thing popped up. Like yeah. So this, you know, I know people like that structure. It's just not me. It's just not. So I'm just admitting it. So make sure to put your bell notifications on when I go, so that way you can see when I go live. If it's a topic you don't care to hear about, then you can just click out, you know, and then it might be a topic that you want to hear about, but you're still going to want to make sure to go live, because you never know that some of the juicy stuff that I drop sometimes, the gems, I've had to put it behind my membership. So if you want to become a member, get access to all my videos, become a member on YouTube. And that's really it. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.